Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here basically we are discussing the topic that is city creation. City creation basically we are discussing this topic. That is this file basically. So one of the person told that yeah, we actually never thought that basically the mafia groups are created from the blood groups basically. Even the mafia groups also basically might not be knowing this. That हम लोग यार एक blood से बने हैं. He might be thinking that basically we are created from one of the blood groups owner basically. They are basically from their thinking basically, as per their thinking basically we are getting controlled. One of the person told that if a mafia groups are basically getting one contract basically of killing that particular person basically, so he got the contract basically from that thinking person basically, the person who think basically, who the blood group owner basically is thinking na basically, according to that basically he got the mafia group contract basically. So one of the person told that police group basically this might be knowing. 100% the police groups might be knowing this basically. Why? Because they are into the city creation and they are controlling the blood cells basically. So there are the commissioners of India, sorry, the commissioner of each and every states, each and every cities basically. They know this basically, which I am telling them basically. That this particular mafia has killed this particular person basically. That he has created on the base of this thinking basically, this blood group owner thinking basically. So this type of thinking basically never basically, even basically will never get in the management book only basically. One of the person told that you will never get the this type of ideas basically in the management book also basically. But this is the fact basically. Like this only basically everything is getting controlled. So see the management basically. One of the person told that this happens automatically or basically this is basically done by one person basically. That is also one of the question basically. That basically is AI tool basically. That is the artificial intelligence. Few people say that basically हमने तो chip बना दिया भाई. We have created chip. We have created chip also basically, and we basically are going to implement that basically. That is also thing basically. And another side is this blood group. So one blood group owner basically bad level thinking basically created certain level of mafia groups. Mafia groups basically gets the money, gets the control, gets the paisa, gets the contract of killing this particular person on the base of this person's thinking basically. That is bad level thinking. And big blood groups owner also basically are there basically. Big blood group owner basically are also there. So there basically bad level thinking basically converts into world war basically. First world war basically was created on the base of the thinking only basically. Second world war was created on the base of the bad level thinking only basically. The currently basically which war is ongoing, that is also created on the base of certain level of thinking. Kargil war which was started, that was also a set of bad level thinking. And India China war also basically, that was also the bad level thinking. So currently Russia and Ukraine war is ongoing. That is also basically one of the blood groups owners thinking basically. So one of the person told that why basically they created like this basically. There might be some reason, right? There might be some reason basically to creation of like this basically. Then one of the person told that for this basically you have to go little bit upper basically side, that is the universe basically. Because in universe each and every planets are equal to blood cells and that are mapped with the human bodies, and their thinking basically are creating the planets. Whatever changes basically happens in the planets, that are directly connected with that particular universal blood group basically. Their age basically, each and every single person basically age are 1 lakh year basically. So here earth planet people basically age are 90,000. Where they are staying, that basically we don't know, that basically we don't know where they are staying actually. So you can just imagine basically it's very dangerous thing basically. So one of the person told that you are basically you got the bag of blood basically, that is basically nothing here basically. People basically died in 93 bomb blast. People basically died in 1 lakh. People basically are dying. You are not getting the job. That is also basically nothing here basically. Currently basically Kargil war happened. How many people basically died? So there are people basically who died. Basically they basically never fires the body. Army group basically never fires the body. Always keep in mind basically, they basically never fires the body. So Indo-China war, Pakistan-India war, First World War, Second World War, currently war which is ongoing, each and every people basically are dying. Their body are human cloned. That is the business basically of the America. That actually we can't say it's a business basically. That might be the future creation basically. So they say that basically whatever people basically dies now, they basically shifts to the China or basically they shifts to the India basically. Some people basically shifts to the UAE basically, that are into the Saudi Arab, Dubai, Sharjah, Ajman. That basically the Dubai people basically also might not be knowing this. That the people basically few people basically 25 to 30%, 35 to 40% people, they are basically human clones basically. So one of the person told that this everything police department basically might be knowing, 100% they might be knowing here basically. This mafia group basically is which has shooted this person basically, that was thinking of this particular person basically. That is this blood group person basically. Up to this level the police industries basically are up to that level basically, because they are directly connected with the doctors industry basically. Doctors group basically, they are directly connected with the doctors basically. Police and doctor always talk with each other. Daily basically they talks. One doctor of Vadodara city, one doctor of police, that is the Vadodara police commissioner and Vadodara doctor. One doctor is there basically in Vadodara city. They both basically talks daily. What is the status of the Vadodara city? What is the status of Vadodara city? So he tells that basically Vadodara city actually created from this thinking. See basically this thinking, and it has created from this blood group owner, and they are basically king family basically. The king family only have the rights. They only can create the blood group owner. Nobody else basically can create the blood group owner basically. So blood group owner basically authority only king family gets. King family groups only gets the blood groups creation owner basically. Nobody else basically can get this permission basically. Even the software industry which is getting created basically, 6 crore to 5 crore projects basically which is ongoing, that is also connected with the blood group owner basically. That is also connected with the blood group's owner. So you can just imagine. So here basically the topic was what? Here the topic was, in 93 bomb blasts 300 people died, and India, China, Pakistan, China, India, Pakistan, like this war, 1 lakh people died. And that is the army groups who died basically. Sorry, who actually, and they basically never fires their body. Their bodies are always human cloned and are placed into the cities. And that basically the army groups knows that basically this person basically who basically is going basically, he is a ex-army, and he basically his body was cloned by American people basically, and data was collected by the France group basically. So France, America, China, these all groups are basically connected with each other. How? By data communication. They basically never fights. Why? Because if they fights, then basically they are only going to get into loss basically. They are only going to be in loss basically. So you can just imagine basically the things basically which are created. So see basically thinkings here basically. Bad level thinking, how it created, that also basically we have discussed. Bad task. So another person told that, yeah, it's a great level thinking basically. So basically we never got this type of information in any of the management book basically. And this is the real management basically. This is the real management. It's the base of the management is this only. One of the person told that, यार यहाँ पे ये सब बहुत कुछ चल रहा है. This demand basically increased lots of. So it's connected with this base basically. So in next video basically we are going to see a little bit more about this topic.